What's going on, guys, and welcome to another episode of The Hot Take. I'm Jesse Burrell, your host of BatchTV. This is where we dive deep every week into one topic. This week's topic is getting real estate off-market deals with zero marketing dollars. If you can't figure out how to get a deal by the end of the episode, we did you wrong. So check it out and let's go. All right, guys, today I have a good friend and a very special guest, Templeton Walker. What is going on, brother?
What's up, big bro?
So let's give the audience a quick bio. What market are you in? How many deals you doing? How long you done this for?
Guys, I'm in Arizona. I do, 400 or 500 deals a year. I wholesale flip, have a traditional team, title company, and a bunch of rentals.
So you kind of know what you're doing.
A little bit.
So I specifically wanted you on for this episode because your whole business until recently was all about relationships, and you didn't spend any money on marketing. It was all getting stuff from other wholesalers, other agents, and I want to dive deep. I want a hot take on this. So let's jump right in right now. What separates you, or let's give a little nugget, like, what would you do?
So the biggest thing for me that I think separated me for a long time is I realized I was more profitable when I wasn't spending money on marketing, because I'd see so many guys spend $10,000, $15,000, $20,000 a month and go make 30 or 40, which is great. But I was like, well, why not just make 40 or 50 with no marketing? And I know that sounds easier said than done.
Right.
But I really tried to master that networking. And anybody who's ever followed me, I'm always saying, send me your deals. So I just want to see as many real estate deals every day as I can.
So basically what you're doing is like, one, you're creating a following on your social media channels.
Yes.
And the second thing you're doing is you're the send-me-your deal guy. So this goes back to when you're just getting started. If you don't have money, tell the world that this is what you do.
100%.
I'm your buyer. Kind of talk about some of the strategies that you've used to do this.
So what I did is I really targeted the realtor market. So there's and I do deals with other investors as well.
Right.
There's so many realtors out there, they're coming across all these deals and they don't know exactly what to do with them. Like, no offense to any realtors, but 90% of them don't really know what to do with an investment deal. So I trained them. I said, hey, I'm your buyer. If you have anything that smells like a deal, you call me first. You can represent me. You can take both sides of the commission. But if there's a deal, I want to see it. So I get 20 to 40 leads a day just from realtors sending me their deals.
Right. 40 leads a day for $0?
Yes.
Sign me up.
Yes, please.
Like for reals. But what's incredible is, like, let's take it a step further. Like, what value are you adding to them? Because these are value-based relationships. They could go to any other real estate investor. What separates you from the rest?
So that's a great question. And what separates me is that I'm willing to collaborate with them. I'm not saying, hey, I'm a realtor, so I want to represent myself. You need to pay me some of the commission. I'm saying, look, I'm your buyer. You can represent me. You can go make all the money. Or if there's no money to be made on a fee or on a commission, I can split whatever I make as an investor with you. Like, I want everyone to eat.
Yep.
And I think when people see that you want everyone to win and that you're willing to share the pie.
Yeah.
They're like, man, this guy's, he's in it for the long run. He's not just in it for himself. He's not trying to just use me as a realtor and then like never talk to me again. I want to create long-standing relationships where we both win. And that's really kind of been the key to success.
And you have a lot of those now, because that's what you've done until recently. And now, you have a team together to where you're getting the best of both worlds, because you're like, okay, I want to scale too. So I'm going to add in marketing, but I'm still going to be the semi-your deal guy.
Yeah.
So your blended cost for deal is still super cheap and your revenue has like doubled. So you did it in such a great way to start saying, I'm going to bootstrap it. I'm not going to spend money on marketing until I really know what I'm doing, which you waited well beyond that to do that. But your model was so unique. I was like beyond jealous, because I was that guy. I'm like, I just spent $30,000 on marketing. We made $100,000 out of bills. I netted $50,000. Let's just call it something like that.
Which is great.
But you did like a third of the work, had no marketing dollars, and made the same amount of money as me.
Yeah.
So
for me, what you're alluding to is like, I laid the foundation with the semi-year deals.
Right.
But I started to look at marketing as like, I needed a few more legs on the stool to really make sure that I was securing myself on a long-term business. And quite frankly, I was getting worn out on comping 30 or 40 houses on my own. I was just kind of like on my own, buying and selling deals, keeping all the money, which was great, but I was getting pretty burnt out. Yeah. So I brought in my partners, Miguel and Rodolfo. Yep. They use all of the Batch products, which is where we go direct to seller on deals.
Yeah, I think you guys use Batch Leads, their whole suite, and then I believe you might use the dialer as well.
We use the dialer. We have Batch Leads. I don't handle that side of the business.
They do.
My job is to cast the vision for the company and to play the connector, be the networker, and get the send me your deals and sell the deals. So our blended cost now is ridiculous, and the amount of revenue we make on the amount of spend is like silly.
Yeah, it's nothing to sneeze at. So let's go all the way back. Someone new's getting in, they don't have a budget, they need to do, basically the sphere model of what you're talking about. What's a tip that you could give to them when getting started? What would you do?
Well, first off, I think anybody that's in any business should have a 3-prong approach to say, I'm a realtor, I'm an investor, I'm excited about it, and I want to help you. Every person you meet. So if you're a banker, I'm a banker, I'm excited about it, I want to help you. I'm a car salesman, I'm excited about it, I want to help you. So in our business, I'm an investor, I'm excited about it, I want to help you. So that's my energy. If you meet me, you are going to know I'm an investor, I want to buy your house, I love what I do, and I'd love to collaborate and work with you. If that's your energy, and you go put that out into the world, the cashier, the bagger, the valet, the real estate networking group, the real estate realtor groups, the lenders, if that's your energy everywhere you go, people are going to start to know you as that person.
Yeah. So we were actually talking about this on the phone the other night, and I'm reading it, and you randomly brought it up. It's the power of the world. It's crazy. Yeah. But Mr. Schmooze, that is a great book for the topic that we are discussing right now. It really shows how you'll go above and beyond to help somebody and build and cultivate those relationships. If you want to elaborate a little bit on that book and how it's helped you as well.
So Mr. Schmooze just talks about that guy who just seems to have it all put together. He's like a perfect networker. He knows that, okay, this person's a Pittsburgh Steelers fan, their birthday's on this day, their son plays soccer, and when those special moments in this person's life come around, lo and behold, there's a Terry Bradshaw signed jersey there. Yep. The kid's going to go to the Phoenix Rising soccer game and tickets are taken care of. Because when you're Mr. Schmooze or you're Templeton or you're Jesse, what you understand is that this person might send me 4, 5, 10 deals a year if they're one of my A people, and that could probably make me $50,000 to $100,000 a year. So do you think it's important that I go spend $1,000 to $2,000 a year on some really special moments and say, hey, thank you, I appreciate you, and I see you? It validates that relationship. It lets them know that you are just like very appreciative and you have gratitude and you're going the extra mile. It's not just like, hey, what's in it for me? You're sending me a deal, I'm making money.
It's not about me, it's about us. And then that's what separates you from other people. Who's willing to take that extra step? It's just like wholesaling or real estate or anything, like who's willing to work harder. But this is more attention to detail type stuff and really separating yourself from all the other people that say send me your deals. Well, Templeton, he took me and my son golfing. He had the coach, come out there and give us a lesson, or the golf instructor. Yeah. All those little things is people want to work with people they like. That's it.
I just think of myself as the ultimate giver or connector. Right. If there is something or someone I know that can bring value to someone else or something I know, why wouldn't I be the conduit to those two things and play connect and not ask for anything?
We both do that all the time.
Just because it's the right thing to do. And I know that if I go make an imprint on the world in that way, it's going to come. I get chills right now thinking about it. Yeah. If I put that energy in the world, it's coming back to me. And it's proven in my life. I've manifested a really cool life. And I started with, I was pretty wild and I didn't have a lot going on. And
I've been there.
When I decided to apply this principle to my life, it's gone very well.
Okay. So let's think about what's like another tip that you could think of for, the zero marketing dollar model. What's another great gem that we could give to the audience today?
Well, I would say you got to set daily targets, because it's one thing to say, you know what, I'm going to put this energy into the world and it's just going to come back to me. And it's like, doesn't really work like that. I would say if you're just getting started, you're going to call 30 realtors a day. You're going to use
do that.
Yeah, and I still call all the realtors every day, send text messages, make sure I'm reaching out to people and saying, hey, what do you have for me? I need a deal this week. Is there anything I can do? Is there anything I can comp for you?
Yep.
Hey, do you guys have old leads I can call for you? I mean, I'll do anything to bring value. I'm not just saying, hey, I just want you to work
Correct.
for me.
And then you could do the same thing as you build up your wholesale market, you could do the exact same thing as well. But it's being intentional, putting a KPI, a key performance indicator on if you're calling realtors or if you're calling wholesalers. It's absolutely incredible, but you have to have a plan.
You have to have anything. If you don't have a target, you have no idea where you're landing because you're going to have a result one way or the other. So like for me, I call it a deal a day. Like I have this soul pod, like, because I'm all into like energy and love and life. So if you're in my soul pod, we're doing a deal every day.
Right.
And there's 260 working days this year, so I want to do 260 wholesale. That's just the wholesale company. I want to do a deal
you have real estate transactions.
I do a lot more than that, but just the soul pod and the wholesale, we're going to do a deal a day. So that's a lag measure. That's a KPI that's going to say, hey, if we do the right things on a daily basis, our KPI on our lag measure is going to be a deal a day.
Yeah.
And if our average assignment's 10 to 15, you're at 2.6 to over $3 million in revenue. And
Absolutely.
I run a really lean model, so you can imagine the profitability on that.
Right.
That's just being intentional and saying, this is what I want, and I'm going to go do it. And if you're with me, if you're in this soul pod, you're going to be on the same energy.
But let's take it a step further. So, for someone that's getting started or someone that's not scaled to your point, you'll come to a number to know, okay, 60 realtor calls gets me 10 leads.
Yep.
And 10 leads gets me one contract to where I could flip a home, wholesale it, or buy it as a rental.
Yep.
But that's you have to start with a blueprint. You have to figure out your numbers, and then you could go crush it from there. And this is $0 out of pocket. This is just hungry, effort, tenacity. That's it.
That's it. And one thing I want to really elaborate or clarify for people is it's $0 up front. But remember, I'm going to share the money I make with the person who brings me the value.
Correct.
So if they're not double ending the commission, and if I go make a $10,000 assignment, I'm going to call you and say, hey, Jesse, I got $5,000 for you. Not because I wrote a contract with you, because that's what I told you I'm going to do.
Yeah.
So I've literally called people with $30,000 checks that they just sent me a FSBO sign.
Right.
I went and closed that deal. This is a true story. I made $60,000.
Yeah.
My buddy had forgotten he'd done that like 2 months ago. And I was like, hey man, come by the office. I have a $30,000 check for you. And he's like, for what? And I was like, well, you sent me that screenshot like 2 months ago of a FSBO I closed.
That's amazing.
And he's like, I would have never known if you kept that money. I was like, well, my heart would have known.
Correct. That just shows the type of person that you are, and doing right. It's all about energy.
But I really want to speak to this new investor. If they're gonna do this, your word is your bond, and go create value. One big thing I do is I guarantee my price. That's one differentiator, because so many wholesalers can give you a price, and if they can't assign the deal.
But that's because you're flipping too, though.
Right. Well, here's what I would do, though, if I'm brand new. If you don't have the ability to flip the way I do, right, I'll have 10 to 15 going. I would go to Jesse Burrell. I would go to whoever a key player is in that town and go, look, I'm going to go drum up all this business.
Yeah.
But I want to be able to put a guarantee behind my name, which I'm not capable of doing.
Yeah.
Would you back me? Would you partner with me? If the numbers made sense and you vetted the deal with me prior and I committed to it, and for some reason I couldn't sell it, could we do the flip together?
Yeah, that is the golden gem of the episode.
Now you can put your name out there. My word is my bond. I will close this deal.
Right.
And maybe you don't know how, but you know that you have a financial backer with the experience, the money, and the network to get it done.
Yeah.
So now you can speak truth, and you're not blowing smoke up everyone's, I don't know if we could cuss, but woohoo.
Absolutely. So talk about a hot take. I appreciate you for coming on. Before we go, though, how does someone get a hold of you?
The only thing I have anymore is Instagram. I have like 620 followers. Let's go.
He had like 15,000. He went on a I'm not doing social media thing, deleted everything.
I didn't deactivate. I deleted. Why did I do the hard delete? I don't know. But here I am.
So here he is back. He's actually way more dope than 600 followers. What's your handle?
Templeton_Walker.
Awesome. Well, before we go, very last thing, one last gem to give to the audience.
Get in cold water every day. I promise you that will change your life.
Can you elaborate a little bit?
I have a deep freezer that I converted to a cold plunge. I sit in it for 3 to 5 minutes every day. I do breathing. I get in. I set intention. If you can imagine sitting in cold water, getting through that mental discipline, because it's difficult. When you get out, I promise you'll feel euphoric, and you're going to be like, okay, if I can get through that, I'm ready to go tackle these 30 calls. I'm ready to go flip this house. I'm ready to go put myself in these uncomfortable situations because I just sat and I'm not even talking about the health and wellness benefits, which will change your life and you'll feel so good.
Right.
But that's probably going to be the weirdest hot take you've ever had, but I promise you, get in cold water every day.
Brother, I appreciate you so much for coming on.
Love you, man.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining another episode of The Hot Take. Make sure to smash that like button, guys, to get more subscribers to the channel so I could keep bringing you valuable content. Again, let's get it.